So what's the best way to fold a shingle if you're going to be shipping it in to NTS? In this video, we're going to take a look at that. Now, we have a separate video that talks about siding and siding samples, and that sample size allows you to get in a pretty small package, box, or envelope. But with shingles, there's a few strategies that are quite helpful. So we have a whole video that talks about some of the best strategies, but if you do have to fold a shingle, this video is going to talk to you about that. Here's an example of not our favorite method. This is multiple pieces all balled up, crumbled up, and shoved down into a bag. This will slow down the time frame it takes for us to identify the product. This is our preferred method. We kind of call this the shingle wrap or the shingle taco, and this leaves the shingle in one piece, nice and flat when it comes through. Let's start with this 3-tab because this one spatially is pretty easy to figure out. 2 folds, that's about all we want. That means right where the tabs are, you're going to fold this. And then this leaves it kind of rounded. By the time it gets here, depending if you use a box or an envelope, it may squish it down, but at least it's only going to break it into 3 pieces, and they're very symmetric pieces, fairly easy to put back together for our team to measure, check all the specifications on this, and provide a quick report back to you. Now let's take a look at laminates. We want to use the same 3-fold concept with laminate. The only thing here is you may be cautious about where the teeth are, so as you start to fold, you can fold it this way, or you can fold over. Depending on the tooth layout, it may be easier to fold kind of backwards on this one and then fold together. And again, you're going to get kind of this rounded look to it. It's probably going to flatten out on its way here, especially if you use an envelope, but at least when we put it together, it's only 3 pieces, and we can tell where the factory edges are versus the cut edges or the creased edges when we put it back together. This will help speed up the identification process. Lastly, designers. These are, again, best laying flat in a package. These can vary from being a strip shingle, which we have videos about, to a laminate shingle or multi-layers of laminate. This is 3 layers thick. Folding this will be hard. We'd like it in 3 folds or 2 folds if possible, but again, try and just be symmetric. Every time that you fold this, it's probably going to crease or break. So ideally, I fold these 2 tabs inward and almost cut the size in half, or I try and do it in 3 folds and not break this into 4 pieces or 5 pieces. So just be cautious in how many folds you put in. Again, you ideally only have 2 folds, which would split it into 3 pieces by the time it gets here. So again, our preferred method, no folds. This is going to be the most accurate, fastest results coming back to you is in a package like this. This makes it very difficult. This bag may be great for siding samples, but when it comes to shingles, short of a 3-tab, it's hard to get 2 folds down into something this small, so I encourage packaging a little bit bigger than this. It doesn't need to be padded, it just needs to make sure the shingle won't rip out and that you can fold it 2 folds and get it back to NTS. For more information about NTS, different packaging strategies, types of shingles, and things like that, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow.